Hello everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and today I am going to make a card with you. Now, I'm not going to go through every single product that I used. I will put a link to my blog down in the description box below, and you can get a complete product listing from there. Now, I did use my Cricut Explorer to make this. Now, I am just trying to figure out the Cricut Explorer, and I was a little surprised when I cut this card that the score marks weren't there, because I thought the score marks would be there. And this is using the Artfully Sent cartridge from Close to My Heart. So like I said, I was a little bit surprised. And then I actually cut this card initially in a solid color. And I may end up doing it still, but I wanted to try it in this print first. And so when I was watching it, it dawned on me the reason it didn't score is because I didn't have the score pen in. So if you're using the Explorer, put the score pen in. If you don't have an Explorer, I'm going to show you how to score it without it. Without the score marks being done for you. Because if you have the Cricut Expression, you'll know that it doesn't automatically score it for you. So what I'm going to do is, you see this little point right here, and it's probably a little bit hard to see on camera, but I am going to slide that. I've got it butted completely up against here so that when I slide it, it's sliding straight. And then I'm going to just run a score mark right in the corner where that comes. Now it may not end up being a perfect score mark, but it's going to be pretty close. And so then the other place that I need to score, there's two more places. The first one is this flap right down here. So again, I'm going to line that up. Now this one's a little bit trickier because I need to be sure that, well, first let's make sure it's straight, and then I'm going to butt it up completely against the side, and then I'm going to slide it till straight until I get my corner right in a channel. And I'm going to start at the bottom because that's the channel I'm using to measure, and then score up. And hopefully I did that straight enough that I'll have a good score. And then this is the same way. Now this one I'm going to turn upside down. And whoa, that's some busy paper, I know. But actually, I still want it this way. So the score mark, the indentation should be on your right side of your paper, and this is the right side of my paper. So now this one actually lands right in a score mark, so I can butt it up against this outer edge on my Martha Stewart scoreboard, and then just score it just like that. So the scoring part is done. Now I am going to turn it over to the busy side, and I am going to fold all of those score lines in, just like that. And then I'm going to go back over it with my bone folder to make sure that I have a really good crisp score line ready to go. Now, I have not heard if there is a particular way that you are supposed to use those score tabs. I'm going to tell you my thoughts and my philosophy. You may not agree with me. That's okay. I think you can do it either way. If I was using, say, this solid color, probably what I would do, because I think it would have more strength, is I would put the tabs on the outside of the flap like this, and then put a solid or a pattern piece of paper over the back. And actually, after this, at the end of the video, I'll show you how that would look. But I think that would give it a little bit more strength than the way I'm going to do this one. If I wanted to, I could put a solid piece of something on the back here, but I really want the Celebrate and the birthday candles to show. So I'm going to, for this particular one, I'm going to do it on the inside. So I'm going to just run a line of my ATG right along the edge of those little flaps, and then this will fold down on top of it and go like that. Now, like I said, I really think that it's probably designed and would be much stronger like this. but because I don't want those showing on the outside of my card, that's why I'm not doing it that way this time. Now that is way too busy, I know. So what I did is I took a piece of Lagoon cardstock and I cut it. I actually measured, and I figured I wanted it about 3.5 inches because I want it to slide easily, especially since those tabs are on the inside and I'm afraid it'll get caught. And then I actually cut it a little bit longer on the outer edge so it's kind of popping up, and then that looks a lot better. Now this is where we're going to have fun decorating. So I have my stamp here, and it doesn't say happy birthday, it says this is your special day. And again, I'll have the stamp set from, it's actually Close to My Heart stamp set, and I'll have it on the blog. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, I think I'm going to put that right here. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp. I'm using the VersaFine ink, and I got a little bit on, so let's grab a wet wipe. Remember, wipe your stamp block before you stamp your image, or you're just going to leave black marks where you don't want them. I've done that many, many times. And because I let that rest there, I even have a bigger mess. So let's just kind of clean that off, and then we'll re-ink our stamp. So pressing that, wiping my stamp block, even though I don't see black ink. There's been lots of times when that's happened to before where I didn't see black ink and then I stamp and I have it. And then I am just going to eyeball it, stamp it right in the middle. And there we have, this is your special day. I'm going to clean that off quickly before I continue with the card, because the Versamark does tend to kind of stain the stamps anyway. And yes, I have cleaner. I could use actual cleaner, but I typically don't take the time to do that with my stamps unless they're really bad. Okay, so there is kind of the start of that card. And you really could kind of finish there, but I am not going to. I'm actually going to take this. This is your special day. And now I'm going to turn it over and have some fun decorating. So I pulled this. This card's actually for my daughter's 21st birthday. So I pulled this fun silhouette from the, this is an old Cricut cartridge, Forever Young, I think is the name of it. And I pulled this fun silhouette girl from that, and I just cut her with the Explore. Again, I'm really new to this whole Explore thing. Even though I've had mine for a long time, I just have not utilized it. And I have to say, it cut these delicate cuts like a dream. And you'll see that even more as we start dressing her. So then I cut, using different ones here, I cut the different layers. And sometimes when I get a little bit more proficient in using the Explorer, I'll do an actual Explorer tutorial. There are some great ones on there. That's where I'm learning to use it. And I just think that if you don't have an Explorer, I highly recommend it. Now, I know that totally gets lost, but don't worry, we aren't done. These are some super fun colors. Probably not colors I would normally necessarily put together, but they are still super fun. And I really like them. And so by the time I get all these layers on her, she's going to have quite a bit of layering. Now, I want to be sure and get the glitter out of, or get the extra adhesive out of there. And we've got one more. And this is where I'm really impressed with the Explorer. Look at how tiny those buttonholes are on her little top there. They cut like a dream. I don't think I ever could have done that with my Expression. There we go. So now her clothes don't get all lost in there. Isn't that super fun? Now to finish it off, and this is just kind of a last minute thing, so bear with me while I find my glitter. That's embossing powder. I think we're going to add a little bit of clear glitter, or maybe, there we go. Got this clear glitter here. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Because I use my little Xyron to make this adhesive, so that I could stick it together quickly. There in those holes, there is adhesive. So I'm just going to rub that in there and give her a little bit of sparkle and bling. That's why I wanted to be careful not to have extra adhesive up on top. And then we will just pour some of that back in. I'm not too worried about it if it doesn't make it. Didn't lose enough there to even worry about. So there we have our insert for our card. Just like that. Isn't that fun? And then there's just enough room for me to write a note. I think, while I'm thinking about it though, let me grab that stamp set again, because that stamp set that I used also had a tiny happy birthday. And I didn't think I was going to, I thought about putting it in another window, but I think that would be a bit too much on the front, but I can put it on the back just fine and easily. I think we'll put it up here like she's saying, hey, happy birthday there, girl. Forgot to use my pad underneath, but that's okay. Still, it's such a tiny stamp, it's still stamped perfectly. Okay, so there we have our card. So this is the back side, the side that she'll see when she pulls it out. And then this is the front side, which looks a little bit plain until you pop it right in there, just like that. This is your special day. And then we've got a great happy birthday. I think I'll go back as well and add a little ribbon pull, which you'll see at the final photograph at the end. So thanks so much for stopping by today. And remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day.